listening to a rebroadcast of Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell.
They're going to put a Mars microphone up there. The next Mars lander is going to have a microphone on it, and just in case we should hear something semi-intelligible, one has to wonder if David John Oates could reverse it and make some sense out of it. Try come out like, "We invade soon," something like that. Ack, ack, ack. All right, David, welcome back.
Hi, I'm here all waiting.
The wonderful, wacky world of reverse speech.
Reversing Martian sounds, hey? That'll be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I found it very amusing that they landed right near Pahrump, Nevada, so I'm sure you had many comments about that.
David, they destroyed Pahrump.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
They destroyed Pahrump. I mean, the bandstand they had set up and the whole thing, and Pahrump was utterly destroyed by beams of horrible stuff. Anyway, it's...
What a tragedy.
Yeah. Anyway, here we are. We are talking about the president's scandal, president's sex life.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on a little bit. I I played a reversal when I was on your show a couple of weeks ago that caused significant controversy, and I actually heard, I didn't hear the show, but I heard it was discussed on your show a couple of days after. So this gets into what is he going to do about all of this to divert attention?
But all the others, a lot of them were about serious matters. They just faded away.
I'm not suggesting that they weren't.
I don't mean. I just. All I can tell you is, I'll do my best to help them get to the bottom of it.
Boy, you can hear the dog wagging all the way there.
Yeah, really. And this reversal says, "Hell with the earth, see desert answers." And see, a lot of people have suggested that what this literally means is that he, in order to avert attention from this whole thing, he's going to go into Iraq. And people were saying this on the air.
Absolutely.
Based on this reversal before, and I emphasized before, the Iraqi situation really began to heat up again. So here it is.
Hell with the desert answers.
The hell with the earth.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I never expect that second one. The hell with the earth. The desert answers.
Yep. Quite amazing.
Hit it again, regular speed.
Oh, regular speed. Back we go, and here we go.
Hell with the desert answers.
It pretty well speaks for itself.
Hell with the desert answers.
And then I found him on a press conference a week or so later, just as the Iraqi situation was beginning, and this is actually this reversal here is. I was listening to your song, "Let's Shoot Him in the Head," and it reminded me of the reversal I'm about to play you. Here we go with the forward.
There is more agreement than at first it appears about the necessity to push this thing through to the end.
Talk about Iraq, and backwards he says, "Let's shoot for the assassin."
Let's shoot for the assassin.
Wow.
Let's shoot for the assassin.
And again.
Let's shoot for the assassin.
Oh my, that's clear.
Exceptionally clear reversal. I guess he's talking about Saddam being the assassin. I'm sure there'll be some other opinions as to what that is.
Actually, shoot him in the head. Yeah.
Actually, let's run that whole lot forwards and backwards again. I think it's a very significant reversal. I actually think he's going after Saddam himself.
There is more agreement than at first it appears about the necessity to push this thing through to the end.
Okay.
Let's shoot for the assassin. Let's shoot for the assassin. Let's shoot for the assassin.
Oh, boy.
I mean, there's no doubt over that one.
No, there's no doubt. And everybody here should note that reversals, an extremely high percentage of the time, are congruent. In other words, whatever is said in reverse, whether it reveals a lie or the truth, relates to the topic being discussed in forward language, right?
I was just about to make exactly the same comment that you did. You've got to look at the contextual relationship here. I mean, he didn't say let's shoot the assassin while he's denying the Monica Lewinsky charges. What do we get there? We get, I had sex, the mama in the sheet. And now we're looking at something different. Okay, let's I've still got a few more on Clinton to get through.
All right.
And some of them are quite concerning. Let's look at the State of the Union, first of all. We'll start off with a fairly tame one. He begins his... Interestingly enough, I found very few reversals on the State of the Union. You know, he was an hour speech, and one would expect, I mean, even in a public broadcast, even if they're only occurring one per minute.
Sure.
One would expect that there'd be, 60 reversals, but there was only about 15 that I could find that I was confident with, which really surprised me.
Not me. And the reason is that the State of the Union is actually pretty damn good. And so Clinton could really, he could be very confident in what he was saying with regard to the State of the Union. It took him away from the Lewinsky thing for a little while, and he was being basically congruent.
Yep.
Plus it was a speech.
Right. Yeah, and all that is true. I'm just making a comment, All right, so he begins up by talking about the deaths of Walter Capps and Sonny Bono.
In the past few weeks, they've both been eulogized. Tonight, I think we should begin by sending a message to their families and their friends that we celebrate their lives and give thanks for their service to our nation.
And backwards he says, now friends, you're my friends.
Now friends, you're my friends. Now friends, you're my friends.
And again.
Now friends, you're my friends.
Now, wow, very clear, but what does it mean?
Oh, I think he's just addressing the audience. It's a nice reversal to warm everyone up. He's addressing the families of these two people, Walter Capps, Sonny Bono, and you're my friends now.
Sure.
And Congress, you're my friends. He's right in the middle of this sex scandal, remember, and I think he's just trying to create rapport and empathy as he begins. And when I've done this, we'll look at a couple of reversals on the Sonny Bono funeral too.
All right.
Really interesting reversals on that one. Cher was in genuine grief.
Of course.
Okay, now, this reversal here I'm about to play you is a total about shift from now friends, you're my friend. This is a very concerning reversal. It gets into the metaphoric stuff just a touch, but I apologize up front, but I think it's very significant.
All right, folks, metaphors are harder to understand.
I understand that.
All right.
But this reversal chills me.
All right.
Our leadership in the world is unrivaled. Ladies and gentlemen, the state of our union is strong.
Now, where he says our leadership in the world is unrivaled, backwards he says, we'll vow, V-O-W, Nazi whirlwind.
What? Say that again.
We'll vow Nazi whirlwind. Now, Nazi is a word that is not common in reverse speech. Certainly, the first time I've heard it on Clinton. When I presume it's a metaphor for aggression, single-mindedness, relentless. Whirlwind is a common metaphor referring to force.
All right.
It's our force, and this reversal worries me. I mean, it really concerns me. I don't know what it means, but I got chills when I heard it.
All right.
Thou not seek for a woman.
Ooh.
Thou not seek for a woman.
And again.
Thou not seek for a woman.
And see, I can't help but flash to the Iraqi situation. Is he going in? Is this on his mind? Are we going to go in with great aggression and force and mess up?
Well, I think we're going to go in. Yeah, with great aggression and force.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I wanted to run that. I'm sure some people will have some comments on that one. Okay, here he is talking about he's getting onto the balanced budget, not quite yet.
Rarely have Americans lived through so much change in so many ways in so short a time.
Now, backwards he says, some muscle fills the crime of the hill.
Still more sewer fills in the crime of a hill. Still more sewer fills in the crime of a hill.
And once more.
Still more sewer fills in the crime of a hill.
Obviously talking about Capitol Hill.
Of course.
The crime, speaks for itself, I think, and everything there is not as he would have us think it is, or, whatever, and it's pretty strong. Now, here he talks about the